means a lot to me. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Is he? You got a line here now.
Oh, my line is.
You got a line here.
Yeah. Yeah, just quickly.
What were the concentration camps that you went to again?
4. The one was Auschwitz, then Mauthausen, Melt, and Ebensee. Ebensee was the last one.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, young ladies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So much. It's so nice to meet you.
Oh,
This is ours.
for me? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Great, go ahead.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh,
Grandfather and my grandmother also escaped
oh yeah.
Holocaust. They were in Belgium, and my grandmother.
So
and
they
I
have
were
their
both
own. They have
blameless.
their own story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
You're very welcome.
Would you like to take a picture?
Yeah.
Sherry, can you watch you? Okay, got it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. What's your name? There. So you're in the school, huh? Okay. Yes.
Considering that the rise of the Nazi Party was partly due to fascism, and there seems to be a rise in fascism both in America and Europe today, what's your response to that? What do you think?
Well, that's the whole point. We have to be on guard. History has a tendency to repeat itself. So it's not some. So that's why I'm speaking to you, young people, because you're the future. You're the future of America. You're the future of the world. And you have to be on guard and constantly try to prevent something like this never to occur again. Remember that.
Thank you so much.
I'm Cameron.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Amy. Thank
Amy.
you for speaking. How do you think the best way for us to like spread this story and make an impact?
Well, to tell your children, your future generations. That's what's important.
Yeah, and also, you said that before the war or before you got to the concentration camp, you had heard on the radio that it was happening. How did your expectation compare to like what you
Well,
experienced?
we did not want to believe. There were two-pronged stories. There are stories of what's the atrocities that's taking place. We did not want to believe. And the other ones, we did not believe either because it was German propaganda, about their big victories. At first they were victories, but then after Stalingrad, things just kept going down. So when they touched us, it was already, the war for practically purposes was over. And that was the biggest tragedy because it could have been saved. It could have been. Yeah, there's a lot to it. You understand?
Yeah.
You can only bring out so much in a short time.
Right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All right. You're very welcome. Amy.
Hi, my name is Bella. Thank you for taking time to come speak
Oh,
to us.
you don't mention that. I'll tell you. Carry on the message, boys.
Yeah.
Girls.
Also, I want to say you look like very young for your age. First of all, you look very good. I know you mentioned like you knew that you weren't like gonna like be able to take your property back. Did you ever like try or like think about getting something?
No, there was no use trying it. No. There were certain areas in France or in Germany that people used to get back their property entitled, but not in Russia. No, in Russia, Ukraine, that was impossible.
Okay, so I know my
And
family,
nobody even tried.
yeah, because my family lost like a lot of property in Lithuania and like
Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
they say
yeah, like
all
that's
these
not
Estonian countries, no.
yeah.
That is the tragic part of it. Everything was just left and so forth. So the only thing that I managed to save, or that I still have, is what my sister buried and re-recovered. So, boys,
Hi.
thank you for taking the time and so forth. So it's important for you to remember that.
My name's Adam. I just wanted to, as a Jewish teenager myself, and I do like a youth group, and we do a lot of stuff with.
Yeah.
I just wanted to think, do you think we as Jewish teenagers have a responsibility to care for the world, specifically
Well, you are part of the world. You're not any special. Yes, you have only one responsibility to see that Israel is strong and prospering, because they're the ones who right now are on guard. I don't think that anybody who's going to again touch Jews any place in the world is going to pay a price. So you see it; it's happening. So this is the only thing we have to be on guard, and we have to be on guard for other nations too. It's still going on today in Africa. There's going on where genocide is going on, and the world is silent. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Do you understand it?
No.
So consequently, I don't know why people don't speak up. I don't even demonstrate. They demonstrate if one Arab is killed by an Israeli, but if 10,000 people are starved to death in Sudan and in other countries, then nobody cares. Yeah, that's what's going on in this world.
You have a very nice story.
Thank you. Yeah.
I know a lot of survivors really took time before they started telling your stories. How did you come to the conclusion when you wanted to start telling your story?
Well, there are some who couldn't speak about it. Some of them couldn't bring about to talk about it. I knew many of them. Some of them started late, and they started again to recall to their children and family. Some never did. I decided that this has to be told, and I've been telling it already for the last 35, 40 years. So you heard it also, and I want you to remember it. What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. It was a pleasure meeting you. Live in Chicago? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. A nice school here, huh? Yeah. So have a good education, so be productive. Boys, how are you? What's your name?
Muma.
Muma?
Yes, sir.
Oh, pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Nathan.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, so how do you deal with people who deny that the Holocaust ever happened, who talk about it like it was nothing?
Well, I'm living proof that I witnessed it. So nobody's gonna believe them, but there's nothing you can do about it. There are people who would say, this rape is white. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, that's how he says. I mean, you can't help that. I mean, there are people who say all kinds of things, but you have to. The truth has a tendency to come out like oil comes on top of water. So you understand. The truth will eventually come out, and I think that this is what we have to. We have to guard ourselves against these people.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. It was really a pleasure meeting you, boys.
I have one question.
Yes.
So through all of this entire journey, what helped you find meaning in all of this in life, I guess?
Well, I found meaning that since me personally, I told you I survived because of faith. And if I would have lost faith, I would have nothing to hold on to. You understand? People gave up. They believe there is no God and there is no thing and so forth. But so according to they became so realistic that according to their thoughts, I couldn't argue very much. I mean, why suffer? They're all gonna so forth. But I did not. I said we will survive, and I worked very hard in order to be able to survive, and I encourage others to survive. So so it's not only you have to realize that in order for somebody under difficult situation to survive, and let's say that he is being starved. It's not only that he's denied them food, but it's also important psychologically how he thinks. That can help him also. Either over. Same thing with God forbid somebody has a cancer. Some people survive and some don't. The people that survive mostly will tell you, I decided to fight. I have to fight till, unfortunately, some lose their battles. They don't make it. But some will survive only because of the willpower. So willpower is a very important. Remember that. Very important.
Thank you
so much.
Pleasure
Yeah.
meeting you.
All the best. Yeah.
Stay
Have a good
blessed.
rest of your day. Thank you.